Well, a very interesting reaction by the crowd when the Chinese pair were introduced. And one of the things is the Danes really have endeared themselves to the home fans here. They've really got involved and asked for their support by their gestures on court and the fact that they do show emotion, as you were saying just a moment ago. Well, listen to the cheers.
Yeah, I think the Danes are always happy to play in Malaysia. The Danish players, they like Malaysia. Denmark have got a very good record over here, and they're a very popular team over here. I think the other factor, though, Jill, is there's a little bit of bad feeling from the Malaysian public about the withdrawal of Lin Dan, and there was some adverse press this morning about the China team and about the Chinese officials withdrawing Lin Dan from the event.
That's a brilliant rally, and if that's any indication, Mads Conrad Petersen is really up for this final. No sign of nerves in that rally. Put that away so well. And Ian, yes, just to explain a little bit more about the point you were making, Lin Dan withdrew from his quarter-final encounter against his teammate Chen Long in the men's singles. Of course, there'd been a lot of anticipation, a lot of talk about the possibility of Lee Chong-wei, the world #1, having a repeat of the Olympic final against Lin Dan, the Olympic champion, in the semi-final. Of course, that didn't materialise. And I think what has upset people, and what is disappointing from my perspective, and I'm sure all badminton fans, is that, of course, you know, Lin Dan has withdrawn from the last 3 tournaments he's played with injury problems, and certainly from a viewer's perspective, I would like to see him go away, get himself 100% fit before he comes back, so that he can finish a tournament, rather than the disappointment of withdrawals halfway through.
Yes, we've been talking a bit about Conrad Petersen and how he'll react, but we have to remember Chao Bao's actually the youngest player on court today, and I'm sure he'll have a few nerves as well.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. 20-year-old from Funan. Good reactions from Guo Zhendong. He, of course, was bronze medalist at last year's World Championships when he was playing with Zhu Chen. And he is vastly experienced, Guo Zhendong. He's had a very successful partnership with Xie Zhongbo, winners of 2 major titles. And then took up his partnership with Zhu Chen. And Zhu Chen now, we understand, may be concentrating on his mixed doubles with Yu Yang. And there's lots of changing of partnerships and experimentation within the China squad. 8-3. Yesterday, Ian, we were watching and talking about the Danish combination when they were playing against Kawamaya and Sato, and the Japanese pair, both of them very, very quick around the court, and you were talking about how they needed to change the pace and just often take the pace off the shot. Do they need similar sort of tactics again today?
Yes, and we just had a good example there from Mads, a very nice block on third shot there, just to take the pace away and take the game away from the Chinese pair. What they don't want to be doing is pushing through with pace while they're in the net position. which will give the Chinese pair a target to aim for.
Back level.
But it's a really interesting matchup. You've got youth and experience on both sides of the net, two vastly experienced players out there playing with less experienced partners, so it's going to be really interesting to see how this develops.
Good flick serve. A slight confusion between the two Danish men. He was going for what?
Slight change in strategy from the Chinese camp as well, putting these two players together, I feel. Gao Zhengdong, the last two partners, have been big hitters from the rear court, and his responsibility has been to get into the net and make the play from the mid-court and the forecourt. Whereas his young partner that he's been put with now is more of an all-round player. He's very comfortable in the front court as well, so it'll be interesting to see how this partnership pans out. Might see a lot more rotation than we've been seeing with Gao Zhengdong with his previous two partnerships. That's a good example. You see, he's very comfortable moving forward. He hits from the rear court, but he's not scared to come forward and come past his partner.
Okay. There's the example of him being very good at the front of the court with the interception. Chai Biao.
Yeah, this is a good example. Gao Zhengdong hitting the centre attack, putting his partner in good position. And Chai Biao very, very competent in the front of the court, sees the game very well.
That was a good low serve. 11-8. Forced the error from Jonas Rasmussen. And it's the Chinese combination that had the advantage at the mid-game interval. Well, we always knew that Chai Biao